guys, how's it going? Today is the 5th of November. Actually, I think it's technically the 6th of November, but it was the 5th of November. And I went to see Alexandria. I did get the VIP for this because I'm a huge fan of theirs. I have loved their music for ages, and I apologise now for the state I'm... Actually, no, I don't apologise for the state I'm in. I had a fucking amazing time there. So, you know, I am a bit sweaty. I am not this beautiful, clean girl right now, but for as long as my boyfriend can put up with it, I'm sure you lot can. And besides, you don't have to smell me. At the meet and greet, seeing as that started the whole of the evening off, I was a complete mess. I cried when I saw them walk across to get into where they were going to stand for us to meet them. I also cried when I went up to them. I was shaking so much that the piece of paper I was holding to get them to sign was shaking uncontrollably, and all 5 of them ended up laughing at me. I also said, I think it was to Cameron and Sam, I went, please don't hug me as I will cry. And I also can't speak to you because I'm forgetting English. And then when we went for a photo, I was with Luke at the time, because my boyfriend, if you didn't know that. When we went to take a photo, my knees were shaking so much that I literally couldn't stand up. And I ended up saying this to Danny and Ben, who is the lead guitarist and the lead singer, and I think James overheard as well, and I went, oh my god, I'm going to be blurry, my legs won't stop shaking. So in the photo you can see Ben like with his arm around me. I think it was more to try and keep me up, keep me from passing out, than it was to be all nice. But even though I was in this state, every single one of them was lovely. I was really worried. I know, like, Danny in particular, however much I love him, he has been said to be a bit of an asshole by other people. I was always sceptical of this. I thought, like, I never thought he would be. I've seen interviews where he's just been really funny, and it's like kind of my kind of humour. I was really scared that he was just going to be like, why is that girl having a panic attack, what a bitch, and then like ignoring me. But they were all really nice. I didn't get hugs because I don't think I could physically cope with that. I did just breathe a lot, and I apologised. And the security guy there said I was the worst he'd ever seen a meet and greet because of the state I was in. However, the state I was in did seem to benefit me a little bit, but I'll speak about that later on. The first support act, I have got them written down here because I'm terrible with names. The first support act was a band called Secrets. Luke unknowingly bought mine Asking Alexandria shirt from the guy who sings, I think it is, sings or screams or something, from Secrets. And I wish I had bought it. They were very good indeed. I wouldn't say, I'm going to sound really cruel, I'm not going to say there's anything overly special about them. They had a really nice sound, really like good lot of energy, had quite nice songs, I guess. I was bouncing away. I rarely bounce at the support act, I'm usually there like, this is awkward. But I was actually like, yeah, I'm getting into this, they're actually pretty good, like, I'll definitely listen out for them. However, for the whole night, the sound quality of the actual venue was very poor. So I do kind of want to give each of the support acts another chance, particularly the second support act on, and that was the Ghost. No, it wasn't. That was Crown the Empire, I think. I think it was Crown the Empire. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. The second support act was Crown the Empire, I really hope. And their sound quality was, sorry, there was dust. Their sound quality was just really poor. Through no fault of their own, I thought they did an amazing job. But it was just a case that the venue did kind of let them down. They were still really good actually. Got everyone dancing, with the exception of a couple of idiots behind me, but I'll speak about them later on too. But yeah, they were really good, really upbeat, loads of energy. I couldn't really fault them at all. Sometimes I do insult like people's set list if I feel like it should be differently, but seeing as I didn't really know and haven't really heard of these bands before, and they have made me want to go back and listen to them, they have made me want to keep an eye out to see when they're next touring, especially because of the way they acted towards all the fans. They were really friendly, really nice. My arms are really flappy. They're all really friendly and really nice, especially the Ghost Inside. I think they were the third support act. They were really good. The screamer, I'm assuming I can't call it a singer, the screamer was really friendly. He's smiling at everyone, he was waving at everyone, like friggin' metal horns at everyone. He was just a really nice lad, and he was saying how it was nice to see that at the start most of us did not know anything about the band, we didn't know any of the songs, but by the end of their set we were all like, yeah, we like you. So yeah, that was really good. To be honest, usually I would try and do more of an in-depth review, but I think where I had just met Asking Alexandria, my favourite band ever, my mind wasn't really thinking straight and I cried like 15 times. Okay, so you will get a more in-depth review on Asking Alexandria-ish. Asking Alexandria came on stage and my god, they were absolutely fucking amazing. To me their setlist was flawless. Just everything about them was so good, and I'm not saying that because I was biased. I went to see them with Bullet for My Valentine, and there are a couple little bits of the set and I was like, oh, that's a bit awkward. That was more like, I think that was more because they were more English. That was more because they were playing to Bullet for My Valentine's band, so obviously if you're Asking Alexandria trying to play to a bunch of, it was largely middle-aged people, no offence to Bullet for My Valentine, it was still a really good gig, but most of the audience were actually like middle-aged and kind of older, they weren't like the teenage girls kind of thing. When you're Asking Alexandria playing for Bullet for My Valentine fans, it's not going to be the best. Even then they were really good. I want to review that at one point, but now I'm waffling. So yeah, the overall performance was just 100 times better. They're all really funny. It wasn't just song after song after song, they actually stopped, they had conversations. Danny was joking around a lot. In fact, it wasn't even just Danny, they were all having a joke around. Even little James on his drums, as he calls them, he was having a little laugh. I just kicked the tripod. So it was, they seemed to really enjoy it. I was at the barrier and I have now got a bruised rib because of that, because of the girl behind me. And I'm pretty sure, I know this sounds really stupid because I used to think it was stupid when people said this to me, but I'm pretty sure they saw me, because Danny, Sam, Cam and I would say and James, maybe not James, although he did at the end smile at me. Danny, Sam, Cam and James all seemed to smile at me, James at the end, and Danny, Sam and Cam smiled at me like whilst they were playing and singing near me. That could be because they met me before, that could be because I was there like, love me, and screaming at them and singing along a lot, but they were really nice, and Sam and Cam were like pointing at me and shit. I'm hoping that's because they did recognise me. They were really smiley, and I know it sounds stupid and I know you're probably like, they weren't smiling at you, but I genuinely think they were. We were making eye contact, I smiled back. Also Ben Bruce, I should point out I don't have favourites within the band. I love all the band equally, I love them as a band. Because I know some girls fangirl over Danny and I know some girls fangirl over Bruce? The fuck is Bruce? Ben Bruce. And I'm not like that, but Ben did keep looking at me and keep smiling at me, and he threw me one of his guitar picks. However, he fell, I'm very tired. However, when he threw it, it did fall short, and it meant it went on the other side of the barrier, and the security guard refused to give it to me. So I cried a lot, and that was during a prophecy, the prophecy that I cried. And then he was dancing around and singing some more throughout the other songs, and then he went, this is to me by the way. So Ben Bruce swore at me, to which I did swear back, and he laughed. I wasn't just gonna just go, yeah, I love you, swear at me more. No. So yeah, Ben Bruce actually swore at me. I was probably just that chubby, sweaty girl in the front. But he swore at me, and he also threw me a second guitar pick, and the photographer, again it fell short because he's got a terrible throw. But the photographer in the front managed to give it to me, so I actually now have a guitar pick and a signed poster, and I've met them all, and Ben Bruce swore at me, and they've all smiled at me whilst performing, and it was a really great night. Everyone was really friendly, and by that I mean on stage they weren't just there like, we're better than you. Everyone seemed to really appreciate it, like all of the band really appreciated like the way in which the fans were acting. It's rare that you get a headlining band really appreciating their fans, because usually you get the support acts and they're like, they tend to go out in the lobby and stuff afterwards. They tend to talk to more of their fans, they become more friendly, more happy, more jokey, because obviously they need to make their fan base grow. But usually the headlining act is a bit like, well, we've got our fan base clearly, so we're not being nice to you. But our team were really friendly, really nice, no matter how they may come across otherwise, or what people may tell you. And as were, I've got to look at their names because I don't want to get it wrong, the Ghosts Inside, they were really good, and I'm going to give them a listen. Their sound quality wasn't as poor as the other guys, because I've forgotten their name. Crown the Empire, the sound quality wasn't as poor, but they were really good. Crown the Empire I need to give another listen to, because I don't feel like I should form a judgment on it when the sound was just muffled and horrible. To be fair, the security guard was still in front of the speaker though, but I think the whole issue with the security guards is going to have to come in another day, because they were really bad this time. I've had 2 very lucky nights with gigs where I've had great headliners and great supporting acts, and I'm really chuffed with that. But yeah, if you ever get the chance, first of all, if you like Asking Alexandria, I know they're quite an acquired taste, but if you do like them and you do get the chance to see them, I suggest you strongly take it. I suggest you check out The Ghost Inside, I'm trying not to look at it, The Ghost Inside, Crown the Empire and Secrets, I think I got that right. I will put the links on the Venus, because they're really good. And if you do ever get a VIP for Asking Alexandria, seriously, it's worth the money. I think it was $60 each, and that was for me and Luke, but I got it for an 18th birthday present. And for that you do get the signed poster, so you get a photo with them. You don't really get a lot of time with them, you also get the VIP lanyard, and we were allowed to wait in the foyer, so we managed to get to the barrier. It was really worth it, they're really nice guys, and it was a really amazing night. So I'm not going to go to sleep and eat my pork pie and drink my Diet Coke. I'm hoping to do a little review for you again soon, and I'm also hoping to edit this monster with this little cutout there. Okay, I don't even know how to end this, so yeah. Tonight was good, me sleepy, bye.